It's 2026. The skies over Eastern Europe are a mess. An American F-35 cuts through the night, running silent. No comms, no signals. The pilot can't see a thing out there, but his helmet feed lights up everything he needs to know. Then, 150 kilometers out, something flickers on radar. Just for a heartbeat. Gone as fast as it shows up. The American reacts instantly. He fires off an AIM-260 and peels away. As far as he's concerned, that's it. Fight's finished before it even starts, except it's not. The target survives. Suddenly, alarms erupt in the cockpit. The Russian Ghost isn't just a smear on a screen anymore, it's right behind him, massive and impossibly agile, pulling moves that shouldn't even be possible for an aircraft that heavy. This is exactly what keeps Pentagon brass up at night. The second stealth tech fails, everything changes. Now it's a real fight. The invisible American Ghost against the Russian boxer, raw and relentless. This is NHM defense, digging deep. Today we strip back the myths, radar by radar, to figure out who really owns the skies in the decade ahead. If you really want to understand this war, forget about those old Top Gun ideas. Speed and altitude aren't what it's about anymore. The F-35 and the Su-57. They don't even play the same game. Each one comes from a totally different way of thinking about air combat. The US has this idea called information dominance. The F-35 isn't the fastest jet out there, and it's definitely not the most agile, but it's the smartest. Think of it like the quarterback on a football field, calling the shots, running the play. Instead of just relying on speed, the F-35 uses stealth and something called sensor fusion. Basically, it sees the whole battlefield at once and takes out enemies before they even realize they're being hunted. Now the Russian side? They never let go of the old-school dogfight. The Su-57 is all about kinetic dominance. It's faster, it can fly farther, and it packs bigger missiles. The Russians know they're behind on stealth, so they built the Su-57 to hunt stealth jets. If the F-35 is the sniper hiding somewhere out there, the Su-57 is the wolf, sniffing him out, tracking him down. Let's talk about the big one first, stealth. The F-35 is all about it. Everything, right down to the tiniest bolt and the way the body curves, is meant to keep it hidden from enemy radar. The plane's odd angles bounce radar waves off in weird directions, and the materials it's made from soak up whatever's left. On radar, it shows up as something about the size of a metal golf ball. That's how it slips past even the toughest air defenses. Now, Russian engineers at Sukhoi, yeah, they know what they're doing. The Su-57 doesn't match the F-35's stealth, but it's got its own tricks. Check out those side-facing cheek radars and the radar in the tail. These extra sensors are built to spot stealth jets coming in from odd angles, places most planes wouldn't even look. So if an F-35 tries to sneak up from the side, there's a good chance these radars will catch it. Suddenly, it's not so invisible anymore. These days, whoever spots the other guy first usually walks away. The F-35's real trick isn't its missiles or how fast it goes, it's the Distributed Aperture System, or DAS. Picture this, 6 infrared cameras all working together give the pilot a view straight through the floor of the cockpit. No need to bank the jet or swing it around to check what's happening below. He just glances down, and there it is. Now, the Russians went in a totally different direction. Enter the OLS-50, that glass orb sitting up front. It's an infrared search and track system. This thing can pick up the heat signature of an engine from 50 kilometers out. It doesn't give away its position with radar waves. It just sits and waits, hunting quietly. Sure, the F-35 hides from radar, but it can't cover up its own heat. So here's what it all comes down to. The F-35 reads the sky like a digital stream, processing everything. The Su-57, though, hunts for warm ghosts. It's really a battle, high-tech supercomputer versus old-school predator. Let's get into the real muscle. The F-35 runs on a Pratt & Whitney F-135 engine, which basically means it's got more raw power than any other fighter out there, 43,000 pounds of thrust. That's a lot of punch. But here's the catch. It's a single engine. If that thing quits, the pilot's headed for a swim. And to be honest, the whole airframe is built to go fast in a straight line, not to dance in the sky. Now the Su-57, whole different story. This thing packs two AL-41 F1 engines with 3D thrust vectoring. The nozzles aren't just pushing the jet forward, they can twist and move on their own. That trick lets the Felon pull off wild moves like the flat spin and the Cobra. It can literally aim its nose at you while sliding sideways or even facing the other way. In a close-up dogfight, that kind of agility kills. The F-35's best bet is to keep its distance. But if the Su-57 gets in close, the Boxer is ready to take down the computer. Air combat isn't about close-range dogfights anymore. It's more like two snipers hunting each other. The Su-57 packs the R-37M Vimpel missile, a beast that can reach targets 400 kilometers away and scream through the sky at Mach 6. This thing isn't just for taking out fighters, it's built to hunt down AWACS and refueling planes, leaving the US Air Force flying blind from hundreds of miles off. The F-35 fights back with the AIM-120D and soon the even more secretive AIM-260. These missiles are smaller and sharper, but they don't have the same reach as the Russian missile. So here's the game plan. Russia wants to pick you off from way out there. The US? They'd rather sneak up, stay hidden, and hit you before you even know they're there. Forget the engine or the radar, the priciest thing on the F-35 is the helmet. We're talking $400,000 just for what the pilot puts on his head. Each helmet's made to fit the pilot's skull perfectly. All the info, speed, altitude, targeting shows up right on the visor. If the pilot wants to launch a missile, he just looks at the target. That's it. Now, the Russian Su-57 pilot? He's got a more basic setup. His helmet-mounted sight does the job, but it can't match that all-in-one God's eye feel the Americans have. Think tough and simple versus high-tech and game-changing. When things get intense, the F-35 pilot is basically playing a video game. The Su-57 pilot, he's fighting the jet itself. In that kind of fight, exhaustion isn't just a side effect, it's a weapon. Who owns the sky? If this fight kicks off at 100 kilometers, the F-35 grabs the win. It's stealthy, its sensors are miles ahead, and honestly, the Su-57 doesn't even get a chance to blink before it's toast. But let's say the Su-57 dodges that first punch and manages to pull the F-35 into a close-range dogfight. Now things flip. The American pilot's got a real problem. In a knife fight, the Boxer beats the computer every time. Still, the F-35 comes out on top in the bigger picture. Wars aren't about lone heroes anymore. They're about connected teams. The Su-57 is sleek, deadly, but it fights alone. Those old-school dogfights. They're fading out. We're in the age of the flying data center now. The F-35 isn't just a jet. It's basically the internet armed with missiles. Stick with NHM defense. We don't just tell you what happened, we break down what's coming next.